series so far. The Heat took the first game thanks to a dominant third quarter, outscoring the Celtics 39-14, led by Jimmy Butler, who dropped his third 40-point game of the playoffs. Boston came roaring back, though, in Game 2, leading by 25 at the break and winning by that same margin. Al Horford and Marcus Smart both returned for that game, and Smart was a rebound shy of a triple-double. Then Saturday night, Miami took a 2-1 series lead despite being without Jimmy Butler in the second half due to right knee inflammation. Heat held on to win by 6 after leading by as many as 26. So the Heat lead the series 2-1. But we wanted to talk about this play. It didn't really get a whole lot of attention, and it's Payton Pritchard of the Celtics, and he's reaching for, here, look at it here, he's reaching for Jimmy Butler's right knee. This is the knee that's the problem. This was late in the second quarter, midway through the second quarter, and of course Butler did not play the rest of the second half. So, JJ Redick, I put it to you quite simply. Was this a dirty play by Payton Pritchard?
No, it wasn't. This is very similar to the Jordan Poole play with Ja Morant. Look, I played in the NBA 15 years. I never knew of a single player that would attack another player trying to injure him or going after a guy who had a lingering injury on a certain body spot. I've never heard of that before. Secondly, it's Payton Pritchard, and he grabs his quad. He doesn't grab his knee, he grabs his quad.
All right.
So there's a big difference. This was not a dirty play. This is simply Payton Pritchard fell down. He's preventing Jimmy Butler from getting downhill, knocks him down. There's nothing to it.
I thought the same thing as I did for the Jordan Poole play. In the NBA, there's a lot of scrambling. Dudes are falling over. There's a lot of reaching. Accidents happen. I don't think there's any dirty intent here. And remember, Jimmy Butler missed a game against the Hawks with right knee inflammation in the first round. This is not a new thing. This is an ongoing thing that's been flaring up now and then. And from what I understand, there is no belief that this had anything to do with him not playing the second half.
But what is Pritchard doing there? Like, what is he I mean, he's reaching for something.
Yeah, he's trying to, look, he fell down on that little pistol action, and he's just basically trying to prevent a basket. I mean, Kirk Heinrich once crossed me over at the top of the key at the end of the third quarter, and I fell down. And all I did the same thing. I just grabbed his quad before he could get a shot up.
So you're just trying to commit a foul,
there you go.
basically. Trying to commit a foul and get the guy to the line instead of an easy layup.
Bad stuff happens when players fall down. People fall down and people get hurt and people roll around. It's bad.
Yeah, it's an issue. They should stop falling down if they can. Listen, on the Boston side, look, they're down 2-1. Tatum had a rough game in Game 3. He has been their star. What do you think happened with him in that game?
Well, first of all, I think Kyle Lowry coming back was a massive help to the Heat's defense, almost as much as it was to their offense. Suddenly they could switch almost everything, and there wasn't a weak spot for Boston to pick at, which has been Boston's go-to offense against every team they face in the playoffs. Find the weakest guy, get Tatum matched up. It was harder for them to do that with Kyle Lowry. The Heat's defense, you just got to give them a lot of credit. I saw a lot of stuff. Oh, the Celtics just threw away all these turnovers. Oh, what bad luck for them. Some of the turnovers were bad. Some of the turnovers were the Heat taking the ball. Well, since when did we not give a team credit for saying, oh, the ball's there, I'm taking it, and we're going the other way? It was great defense.
Oladipo did that a few times.
Yeah.
Just straight slide feet, pickpocket. When I talked about Tatum at the beginning of the series, and I said the biggest thing for me is his decision making. And when he is making quick decisions and being decisive with his passing or his shooting, he's a different player than when he is methodical and he just tries to hunt matchups over and over again. And to your point, when you have 5 defenders out there that are staring at you time and time again, it's really difficult to line a guy up. But across the board for the Celtics, it comes down to decision making. Their passing was terrible in Game 3. They were throwing the ball all over the place. How many possessions ended up with them picking the ball up, turning around, and trying some desperation heave just to get the play going again? I think they got to look to get the ball moving side to side, using Al Horford more in that short roll. Bam did such a good job in Game 3 of coming up to set a screen, slipping out against that switch, catching it on the short roll, and making plays out of that. Al Horford's capable of doing that. They got to use him more in that position.
How many points we need from Tatum tonight for the Boston Celtics to win this game?
He's got to be a star. Like we've talked about him all playoff series. He is a top 10 player in the NBA. He's a two-way player that does things on both sides of the ball at a very high level. It doesn't matter if it's 30, 25. He just has to play like a star. He did not play like a star in Game 3.
Real quick, what do you need to see from Tatum?
Same thing, 25-30, good decision-making, good shooting, efficient shot-making.
All right, we'll check it out and see. Night, Warriors, Mavericks. Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals. Warriors up 2-0 in the series. They visit Dallas for Game 3. Let's take you late in the first. Under 10 seconds remaining in the first. Mavs down 6. Luka Doncic takes it down the floor and hits the long 3 at the buzzer. Doncic celebrates as the Mavericks trail by 3 after the first. Under 4 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Now Warriors down 7. Stephen Curry hits the 3 from the wing off the assist by Andrew Wiggins. Warriors down 4. Just over 2 minutes remaining in the second. Warriors down 2. Curry, who else? Drains another 3 from the corner, and he turned to look at his teammates before the shot even went in. He loves it. The Warriors take a 1-point lead into the half. Third quarter, Golden State up 9. Curry, of course, hits the jumper. Warriors up 11 and rolling in the third. Under a minute left in the third. Curry having a big night, rattles in the 3, and he was feeling it after that shot. Warriors up 10 points at the end of the third quarter. Early fourth, Mavericks down 12. Luka doing what he can. Drives in for the one-handed dunk. Puts Dallas down 10. Under 9 minutes left in the fourth. Now the Mavs down 11. Doncic with the 3. That cuts the Golden State lead to 8. But they wouldn't get a whole lot closer. Under 7 minutes remaining. Warriors up 8. Andrew Wiggins with the highlight of the night puts down the one-handed dunk off the assist from Curry. Initially they called this an offensive foul, but the Warriors of course challenge it. They win the challenge. They win the game. 109-100. Take a 3-0 series lead. Steph Curry had 31 points and said this.
The motivation is the fact that we're back on the stage with the opportunity to chase a finals appearance again after 2 years of hiatus. I don't need any extra motivation. It's just trying to take advantage of the opportunity.
Last night was Curry's 7th 30-point game this postseason. The only players with that many 30-point games in a single postseason at age 34 or older are a couple guys you've heard of named Michael Jordan and LeBron James. They were both Finals MVP in the seasons in which they pulled that off. As promised, we have Zach Lowe and JJ Redick here to break it all down for us. So, guys, the Warriors up 3-0 in the series, on their way to the NBA Finals, it looks like, barring some sort of miracle by Dallas. JJ, are the Warriors now the front runners in your mind to win the whole thing?
They're certainly capable of winning the championship. I've said all along, I think whoever wins the East is probably my favorite. I look across the board, whether it's the Heat, the Celtics, what they've had to go through in the playoffs, the teams they've had to beat, I think has been a little tougher than the Warriors' run. Now, of course, the Warriors, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, battle-tested as always, hungry for that championship. But I look at the teams, whoever comes out of the East is my favorite.
Zach?
I think at this moment, it has to be the Warriors, only because to me, the Celtics have been the best team in the NBA since January 1st. They're the best team on paper, but they're down 2-1. So it's like at best 50-50 to win the series. Rob Williams seems to be out every other game. Marcus Smart has missed a couple games. Jason Tatum just got banged up. So they're banged up, not fully healthy. I think right now the Warriors cruising, hopefully to a long period of rest before the finals. I think you got to give them a little bit of a nod. I agree with JJ. Both East teams are really strong. I would pick Boston, everyone healthy, but that's not where we are right now.
That's a big factor, right? I mean, Golden State could wrap their series up tomorrow